Guys, so today I'm going to do a request video. I got a comment the other day asking for a video showing how I made the cover for my WSK, specifically the cover for the saw out of kydex. Since I already have one for my WSK, I'm going to make one for my Tracker T2. The process will be the same, and we'll go over all the gear you might need to do this. The the saw cover is just really handy to have. It's not essential, but whenever you're doing a lot of carving and you're grabbing the back of the blade, it's nice to have. It's nice having that saw protected so that you don't scratch your fingers up against it, and it fits inside of an Altoids kit. So, you know, it's a win-win. So here are the supplies that I use to make mine.
Well, it is a beautiful day here in Costa Rica, but it is in the middle of rainy season. So we're going to do a lot of just voiceover on this one. All you're going to need is something to measure with, a normal thin sheet of kydex. You can pick it up at like Springfield Leather, a lot of places online. There's a heat gun I got from Harbor Freight years ago. You can also use an oven or a hair dryer if it's a really good quality. I'm using this file because it's just a little bit thinner than the 3/16 inch knife blade for the Tops T2, and a rag to protect your fingers because that kydex is going to get hot. That and a knife, guys, is really all you need. So this is my WSK package all kind of bundled together. Got the WSK in the bottom, ceramic right next to it, and my Altoid tins kit that I made. I made that leather pouch probably about a year or so ago. And inside is my happy little Altoids kit. Set that to the side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the saw cover out here in a second. But inside my kit I have a Frenzel lens, 4 fish hooks of different sizes, an all needle, regular needle, some spider wire, 36 pound, the saw cover itself, a compass, 3 fire tabs, 2 safety pins, a bowstring and ceramic rod for sharpening, and a leather cover that goes with that, ferro rod, a wire saw, a wire handle, hacksaw that has a kind of an edge to it, and also a magnet. Put that back into the kit. Take the WSK out, and this is a really simple design. All it is a tension cup. Basically, the tension is on either side of the blade, so you can just put the point right in there and slide the kydex over all the little saw teeth, and it won't go anywhere. Nice and solid. But it gives you a very good place to grab the back of the blade if you're carving or using that front of the knife like an ulu. So that's what we're going to make, but we're going to do it for the T2. This is a Tops T2, it's just slightly modified. Alright, so we're going to start measuring and finding out the dimensions we're going to need for the kydex. To cover all the saw teeth and have a little spillover on either side, I'm going to go with about 2.5 inches. And then to go down the side of the wall, an inch is a little extra, but I'm going to go with that, and then give it a an extra 1/4 of an inch for the thickness of the spine, which is way too much, but at this point I'd rather have a little bit of extra. So the thickness of the Tops T2 is about 3/16 of an inch thick. So using a knife, I'm going to scribe in a little square that is 2.5 inches by 2.25 inches. Cut that right into the kydex, make a nice solid little mark there, and then take a pair of scissors and trim along the marks. You can see here that the file that I'm using is almost equal to, just a little bit smaller than the thickness of the back of the knife. So whenever you're using kydex, you have the smooth side and a matte side. The smooth side goes against your steel, the matte side is on the outside of the sheath. But keep in mind, if you have a mirror polish on your blade, the kydex, even that smooth inside, will still scratch it. Okay, so the heat gun's going on a medium heat because you can melt that if you're not careful. We're gonna flip it over and wait until the kydex is as pliable as like a soft leather. Now that the kydex is hot and ready to go, grab it, put it over the file, grab your towel to keep from burning your fingers, try to get a nice even pressure all the way across it, and just hold it still until it cools down. Now that it's cooled down and it's holding its shape, we'll test it to see how the sizing is for the Tops T2 blade. Slide it in. It's holding on pretty good, but we're going to do one more thing to make it work even better. The next step is to heat the back of the bend there and then hold the edges together so that it creates a tension when the kydex is on the blade. It's back on the file. We're going to heat that bend where it's nice and pliable. It'll only take a few seconds. Now we'll take it off and clamp those ends together right along that edge so that it will hold the shape. Okay, as you can see, the end is closed up, it's holding its shape. So next step is to slide it on to the back of the knife, see how it fits. So it's good tension, it's holding on nice and tight, and that's not going to change. The only way to change that is to put the heat gun on it again. However, you know, it's not aesthetically pleasing yet. After taking it to the grinder, rounding off the edges, then putting it with some sandpaper to polish everything up, we have a finished product. A nice, snug, saw-back cover. It's not going to go anywhere, and it will fit inside of your Altoids tin.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video on how to make a cover for your WSK or tracker style knife out of kydex to cover the saw up and make it a little easier for carving and things like that. It's an easy little task. It takes like 5 minutes to do. You can pick up kydex at most knife making supply places, and Springfield Leather Company also has it. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care. God bless.